Hi guys, Team Dose Line 671 coming at you once again with Edison format deck. This will be once again 6 Samurai. Now I know I deck profiled this earlier for the same deck, but I took this to locals and I managed to make top cut of this out of 8 players. So I'll go ahead and I'll go and deck profile this for you guys again for the Edison format. So remember, for Edison format, Gateway was at 3 at the time. So this is why we play 3 Gateway. So as always, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell and be a part of the notification squad, as it really helps the channel. So to start with the deck profile, we still play 2 copies of 6 Samurai Iroh. He's pretty much Sasuke Samurai as long as he controls 6 Samurai, a different name. And I got another holo thanks to my friend. Thank you so much. And he came in handy a lot today because there are a lot of monsters that were being placed face down, that is. So to continue the monster lineup, we can also play 2 copies of 6 Samurai Zanji. This one's your big beater. Whatever he fights, like he attacks, he destroys at the end damage step. I'll show you guys the tutorial as well, like a full-on tutorial for other combos in this deck, so stay tuned for that one. So 2 copies of Hana 6 Samurai. She's pretty much exile force as long control 6 Samurai. Any 6 Samurai really. It doesn't have to be a different name for her. Okay, and then to continue with the 6 Samurai lineup, we also run 1 copy of 6 Samurai Come On. This one came in clutch, especially with like face-up spells and traps. It comes in handy when you had to deal with like floodgates that would stop your 6 Samurai's attacks, or like even like prevent them from using the graveyard. Come On actually really came in clutch. I was only really losing to those cards when they either banished him or I couldn't like get him. But other than that, he's been saving me a lot today. And then the 1 copy of Yaichi, because sometimes that lingering Mirror Force or whatnot could still hurt your deck. So Yaichi to help snipe those trap cards before they activate. So we pretty much play 4 out of the 6 Samurai. And the 1-hand 6 Samurai. Now for the higher level 6 Samurai, we play 3 copies of Grandmaster. Because why not? And then the 1 copy of Great Shogun Shien as a trump card. He pretty much limits your opponent from only activating 1 spell or 1 trap that turn. And he really comes in handy for that too. And that is a 25 beater, which the 6 Samurai actually needs sometimes. And Inishi, for the same reason. So the analogy is Shogun rewards the 6 Samurai for maintaining field presence, and the Chancellor backs up the 6 Samurai when they cannot maintain field presence. And 6 Samurai Grandmaster does both. He rewards the 6 Samurai for maintaining field presence by special summoning himself, like Shogun, and just like Inishi has a failed save if they end up being destroyed. He could Warrior Returning Alive any Grandmaster, any 6 Samurai when he's destroyed by card effect. So the duality there is pretty cool, no pun intended. So let's see. For the spell lineup, 3 copies of Gateway. At the 6, there is actually 1 spell that I forgot in the other deck profile. I'll get to that shortly. So Gateway, pretty much literally your Gateway victory in this deck. Your Searcher, it pumps up your 6 Samurai or Shien. If you need more damage, that came in handy when I needed to close the game as soon as I could. And also revives the Shien effect monster from your graveyard. The best target for that is Shogun Shien, only because he cannot special summon a Nishi except by his own effect. He's like Chaos Sorcerer, but a very strict summon requirement. So only Shogun you'll be using for this 3rd effect. And then 6 Samurai United, pretty much Paw the Greed deck. Paw Greed for the deck as long as you no more special summon 2 6 Samurais. But if not, then you could just, like if you only just summon 1, you could still send it to the graveyard to draw 1 card. But normally you want to wait until you get 2 on it. so you could draw 2. And then 1 copy of 2 copies of Upstart Goblin to thin out the deck, because sometimes you want to get into Gateway faster. So I would play 2. I wouldn't play 3 because I feel it's overcompensating, but if you feel that's a better number, then by all means. And now for the spell card I forgot. From the other deck profile, 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army. I really didn't realize I wasn't playing this until much later. I do apologize for that, but yes, we still play 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army because it's such a good card. So 1 copy of that, and then to continue the spell line, we run 1 copy of Reasoning, 1 copy of My Body's a Shield to help with what Stardust, or not Stardust, to help with what Starlight Road can't protect the 6 Samurai from, like the 1 bombless, 2 bombless to Zanji. My Body's a Shield comes in clutch. Just 1 though, because we're already playing Starlight Road. So for the other quick plays, we played 2 copies of Book of Moon. Combo so well with Iroh, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. That'll be it for the spell lineup. For the traps, nearly the same. 3 copies of Reckless Greed. And then also 2 copies of Boundless Trap Hole. So I'll go ahead and go through the rest of the deck profile really quick. So I'll give you guys a brief tutorial of how to use the original 6 Samurai. 2 copies of Skill Drain, because it's pretty much interesting tech in here, because there are a few 6 Samurais that still work under the effects of Skill Drain. And then for the windows, we actually cut down Compulse to 1, because we only really need 1. This is only to help you with like synchro monsters, like Stardust Dragon. And then to continue the trap lineup, there's actually a big portion of traps in here. It's almost the majority of the deck. 1 copy Magic Cylinder, 1 copy of Dimensional Prison to help with the attack lineup when you're being attacked basically. It's your defense wall. And 1 copy of Mirror Force. Just 1 of each because you don't want to draw too many of them. So they come in clutch. 2 copies of Starlight Road because there's just a lot of board wipes like Heavy Storm. You gotta be ready for it, or Icarus Attack. Then 2 copies of Dark Bribe because it's Dark Bribe. Very good card. So if they try to dance around Starlight Road like with Giant Tornado Cold Wave, you could just go Dark Bribe. I bribe you. I'm just kidding. 1 copy of Solemn Judgment to do all the above, but Starlight and Dark Bribe might not be able to do. Solemn Judgment could do everything else, even negate a monster effect. It's that good of a card, that's why it's at 1 at this time. So 1 copy of Solemn Judgment. And then for the extra deck, very simple extra deck. 2 copies of Stardust Dragon. 1 copy of Goyo Guardian, because he's Goyo. 1 copy of Bryonic, because why not? 1 copy of Allied Justice Catastor. For the destruction of an undark monster. It really helps you eliminate certain monsters on the field. So 1 copy of TG Hyper Librarian, 1 copy of Colossal Fighter because they're warriors, 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend, and 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. So again, I'll go through this really quick, just to show you guys the tutorial. Then 1 copy of Black Rose Dragon, and my personal favorite, Red Dragon Archfiend. One of my favorite cards of all time. He's in my top 10. Maybe I'll do a short on my top 10 favorite cards of all time, just for you guys to add more shorts to the channel. So that'll be it for the main deck. The side deck I actually used a lot today. So to start things out, we played 2 copies of Smashing Ground, Hulk Smash. It really helps clear up the board with like really strong boss monsters. And for the plays like with Stardust and all, we still play Brain Control, only side when we really need it. Same with mine, and the same with enemy controllers. So the 3 really good to control your monster for 1 turn cards. Then to continue, 1 copy of Lightning Vortex, 1 copy of Giant Churnade. For the board wipes, this is to clear monsters. This one's to clear spells and traps. 1 copy of Heavy Storm for the same function. And for the winnows, we play 1 copy of MST, Mystical Space Typhoon, because why not? You can even play during the opponent's turn, as long as you set it first. 1 copy of Trap Dust Shoot. This card's so funny. I actually stopped a Monarch player from soul exchanging my monster. Like, what I did is that he played soul exchange, and then I changed trap dust shoot. I looked at his hand, and I shuffled back his monarch, and he wasn't able to follow through the soul exchange. I got so lucky at that. Yeah, trap dust shoot. Torrential tribute, because it really comes in clutch, especially when you're battling like Doom Dragons, and Royal Oppression for the same reason, like heavy special summon decks. And Rivalry of the Warlords helps against Monarchs, and it helps against Lightsworn, because they do go into different monsters, so Rivalry comes in clutch. For my record today, I managed to beat Doom Dragons only because they're very fast, and I had to like use a lot of traps to slow them down. And I managed to fight a Microcosmo deck. And that was really tough because like I had to like race against the clock and and I had to like clear their floodgates, but I managed to pull through. The only one I lost to was Burn Frogs, like Frog Monarch variant, only because I only lost by time limit, truthfully, and also the game one they're controlling my field pretty good. So yeah, I lost to Frog Monarchs fair and square, but I still got 2-1. Still made it to top cut. Technically, the top 4, they all made 4th place because we all tied with the same record of 2-1. So in a way, we all won 1st place. That sounds weird, but nonetheless, we made top cut, and I guess you could say this deck made 1st place by 4-way tie, if that makes sense. So yeah, I top to this, and I'll show you guys how to do some test hands. So we're not going to pay attention to the extra deck as much, only when we're playing Starlight Road. So yeah, the extra deck comes in handy every now and then. So let's begin the tutorial. We still have plenty of time. So I'll show you guys how to use the 6 Samurai individually. So we'll start with Iroh. So your ideal hand to start with would be Iroh and Gateway, and let's draw in some other cards just for the heck of it, and Grandmaster. So I'll show you guys how to use Iroh. We'll also throw in Book of Moon as well. So you want to see like an ideal setup like this. So let's just draw the last card randomly. This is to help back you up. And then you start your turn, draw. So you already have a good setup already. So if you're going first, you could just like you could activate Gateway and then set up your field. You normal summon Iroh. Then that's 2 counters on Gateway. You special summon Grandmaster while you control 6 Samurai. That's 4 counters. You could go ahead and search for Gateway if you want, since you're going first. I normally just search for another 6 Samurai in case I know they're gonna set back row. And then from here, you could just set your cards three of your cards face down. And then next, if they try to heavy storm you, you could go, oh sorry, not that one. You could go Starlight Road, bring out Stardust Dragon. Sorry, I forgot to organize it like this. And if they try to attack you, you could go Magic Cylinder. If they try to overrun you, you could try going Book of Moon. And they hardly have a defense against Book of Moon. So their monsters face down now. Just remember that. This goes to the graveyard. Just like that. And then your turn, you draw. Not bad. So you have your face down monster. You normal summon Yaichi. Sorry. They try to torrential tribute you. You could just activate Stardust to negate. Yaichi destroy their face down like Mirror Force. Then remember when I said that your opponent's monster is face down? You could then attack with Iroh. Iroh's effect activates, destroys when he attacks a monster that is face down, you could destroy it immediately without it flipping face up or applying damage calculation. So it's auto kill for the monster, and then the opponent's open, you attack directly. Just like that. So that's how you use Iroh. And let's say you're going second with the same hand. So we have the same exact hand. this is our same exact hand. Going second, you could just Book of Moon the monster. You could activate Gateway, normal arrow, special Grandmaster, and then you just attack over the monster, and then you search your free gateway, and then Yaichi. So same setup, just a different scenario. So you could do it like that, and then you have your defense. Okay, so that's the first 6 samurai I show you how to use. And I kind of show you how to use Yaichi already. So yeah, that's 2 already. And then Hand of the 6 Samurai is coming up next, but first we'll show you how to use Zanji. So Zanji, you'll want to see with like Grandmaster or whatnot. So let me go and show you guys how like it's okay to not have Grandmaster or anyone right now, like right away, because you're pretty much gonna go on the defensive. So I'll show you how to use Zanji, but I'll also show you guys how to use 6 Samurai for defensive purposes. So let's say you have like traps like these, and you have Gateway. It's okay if you don't draw the Grandmaster, because you could excuse me, this deck is flexible in other ways. So you draw these 5, let's say for example, and then you draw a card. Oh, there's Grandmaster anyways, but let's just say we didn't draw Grandmaster. Let's say we drew Book of Moon, because it's right here. Okay, I forgot to put it in. So yeah, you draw, and then what we do is that we normal summon or activate Gateway. So it's your first turn. Thingo plane is passing by. So please note, guys, that I live almost nearby an airport. So if you hear an airplane in the background, it's okay. So let's see. I'll activate 1 copy. I'll normal summon 6 Samurai Zanji. So that's 2 counters. And then for your first turn, you set 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then you go past turn. And then you try to destroy your field, Starlight Road, boom, Stardust. If they try to attack you, or try to summon a big monster, Bombless, if you try to attack you, Magic Cylinder, and Book of Moon. So all of that, and then we draw, we special summon Grandmaster, and then we search Gateway. Let's say we search for Come On, and I'll show you what Come On does. So if they have a face of Spar Trap like level 11 area B or Gravity Bind, you can use Come On to shoot it, and then Stardust to protect them. And then let's say they have a high defense monster, even though the monster may be face down. So you attack with Zanji, their defense is like 26. Then you use Zanji's ability at the end of the damage step, the monster is destroyed. Or if they have a really big monster on board still, you attack with Zanji. And if you want, you can use his effect to have another 6 samurai be destroyed instead. So he goes like, look out! And then he's destroyed instead. Zanji's still on the field, and then he still destroys a monster at the end of the damage step. And even though you do choose not to use the second effect of Zanji and you like let him be destroyed, you could, it has it where it's the opponent's monster is still destroyed, because at the end of the damage step his effect still procs off even though he's not on the field. So that's how you use both Zanji and Come On in a nutshell. So that's pretty much 4 out of the 6 samurai. Another way you can use the monsters in here is with Hand of the 6 Samurai. In the other deck tutorial, I showed you guys the loop and how to do it. So as long as you have Hand of the 6 Samurai and 2 gateways, then you're fine. And we could just like draw 3 other cards just for good measure. Okay, so let's shuffle, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, not bad. Okay, and then that's your 6. So let's just say we activate Book of Moon, and then we activate Gateway, and United. You normal summon Hand of the 6 Samurai. So what happens is that this is going to be 2 counters, 2 counters, and then 1 counter. So I'll show you guys the loop of Hand of the 6 Samurai. It's actually quite interesting. You remove 2 counters from each, and you search for a Grandmaster from your deck to your hand. Add Grandmaster to your hand, then special summon. So that's 2, 2, 2. Max 2, so yeah, I could stop there. This one you can have as much as you want. So what happens is that you tribute for hand 6 Samurai, destroy their monster, and then you can use Gateway to search for another Grandmaster because that's 2, 2, and 2. So you search for Grandmaster again from your deck to your hand, or you can even grab it from your graveyard to your hand, doesn't matter. So special summon Grandmaster, and then you use the effect to tribute to the effective hand 6 Samurai to tribute a monster, destroy a monster in the field. And the loop goes on. And then you use the effect again, because there's 2 here, to search for your last Grandmaster, because you don't want to draw him, basically. Because you might draw 2 cards later. So special summon Grandmaster. And then it's 2 and 2 again, and then you tribute to destroy. So that's your walking Regeki right there, as long as you have her and 2 gateways. So you special summon Grandmaster, and then you draw 2 for United. And let's see what we draw. Upstart. Oh, and awesome. I was hoping to draw this card, so I'll show you how to use Great Shogun Shien. So as long as you control 2/6 Samurai, you can special summon Great Shogun Shien just like this. You do limit your opponent from only activating 1 spell or 1 trap, but the primary reason why he's here is so you can push for game. Let's say they activated Solemn Judgment already, then you could just like attack because your opponent's board is clear. So you already have like 2 counters here, so let's see. Let's do some math. So that is 46 already with Grandmaster and hand 6 Samurai. That's 56 and then 63. So if you use the first effective gateway where you move 2 counters to give a 6 Samurai plus 500, then you could probably push for game. That'll only be 73. Also, you activate Upstart Goblin, so it's not quite game. That's okay. You do skill drain, so they go like JD. I'm like, no. And then, yeah, you just go from there. And even if they attack your hand 6 Samurai or something, you could just search for another 6 Samurai because you still have counters on this. So yeah, that's how you use the majority of the 6 Samurai. But I would just say, let's show you one more thing before we close out for today. So let's say we didn't draw Shogun Shien. Just for demonstration, I'll show you guys also how to use Anishi. So in case so you do the loop like this, and then you go ahead and use hand 6 Samurai to do the loop again, just for insurance. And then you have 2 6 Samurais in your graveyard. Then you banish 2 to special summon a Nishi. So as long as you have at least 2 6 Samurais in your graveyard, then you could banish 2 to special summon a Nishi. And then Nishi is free pop, so you could destroy one face of monster in the field. But you won't have to worry about that. So you have a Nishi to push for game, so you attack for 3. So you see what I mean, that Anishi counts as another 6 Samurai, or another Shogun Shien, basically. That's why I only play 1 of each. That and this is more of a control variant, so yeah, you want to like make sure you're running as much trap cards as possible to back up this version of the deck. So I'll be making more Edison decks, so not only be this one. I decided to just deck profile this again to help you guys and to give you more insight on how to run the deck. So I hope this version that would help this version of the deck will help other 6 Samurai have their time to shine. They could top in Edison, and they've been topping in Edison so far when I've been playing them. So I would say you can do it with 6 Samurai, so don't be afraid. It doesn't have to be this version of the deck. It could be any version you want. You can even play the Blitz version, where it plays 3 Upstart and 3 Gateway, and then you just focus on busting out Shogun, and then you could just go from there. It could be any version of 6 Samurai you want to play. So I hope this inspires you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, be a part of the notification squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys. Thank you so much, and happy spooky month for Halloween.